Foundations of prompt engineering. Prompt engineering knowledge is required to build and use AI agents effectively. Prompt engineering. Prompt, a structured request that guides how a language model responds. It guides and shapes agent reasoning and behavior. Prompt engineering, the skill of crafting and refining prompts to guide an AI's reasoning, behavior, and outputs. A chatbot conversation is different from an agent prompt. A chatbot request can be open-ended and no structure is required. An agent prompt is an exact science. It is an instruction with added content passed from the chatbot. It gets reused via many requests. It can be very complex and guide across multiple steps. Clear prompting matters. Large language models, LLMs, generate responses based on written instructions you provide. A well-written, informative prompt is very important. A weak prompt will leave an agent without a clear goal. It will make directions ambiguous. It will stall progress. It will cause extra work. A strong prompt will give an agent clear and easy-to-understand directions. It will produce reliable results. It will require minimal effort from you. Priming. Priming is a prompt engineering technique. It structures the prompt by setting the context, role, and expectations before the main question. It prepares the model, so it knows how to respond. This approach is helpful for almost any prompt, no matter what other techniques you use. Priming is also known as role prompting, instruction context, system level prompting. Key elements of an effective prompt. Following the priming technique, an effective prompt can be built on clear answers to these three essential questions. Who should the agent be? Define the role or perspective it should adopt. What do you want to do? Clearly state the goal or task for the agent. How should the output look? Describe the expected output format, style, or level of detail. Explanation task. Example 1. Who should the agent be? You are an experienced AI educator speaking to a non-technical audience. What do you want to do? Explain what prompt engineering is. How should the output look? Use plain language in 10 short sentences. The agent knows its role, its goal, and the required level of detail for the explanation.
For our first example, we want the model to explain a concept. Let's see what happens with the simple prompt. We will tell the agent what we want to do by clearly stating the task. Explain what prompt engineering is. The result we get is our baseline. We told the model what to do and nothing else, so it filled in every other choice on its own. The tone came out bubbly and informal, sprinkled with emojis and decorative headers. The vocabulary mostly stays simple, but jargon like fuse shot and chain of thought quietly slips in. If our audience is non-technical, this may be too much. The structure is short bullets under section after section. The depth sprawls, a definition, a before and after example, GPS analogies, a techniques list, all at once. It's genuinely helpful, but notice there's no defined audience, so the model guessed and it guessed long. Remember this version, because in a moment, you'll see how little it takes to make it dramatically better. Let's provide another key element to our prompt. We will answer the question of who should the agent be. To do this, we define the role it should adopt. You are an experienced AI educator speaking to a non-technical audience. Explain what prompt engineering is. And just like that, it levels up. All he added was who, an educator speaking to non-technical folks. And watch what shifts. The tone turns warm and reassuring. It literally opens by promising to keep things simple. And the jargon from before, all gone. Fuse shot and chain of thought vanish, replaced by everyday examples. A meeting invite, explaining dogs to a kid. The sentences stay short and friendly, but now they're pitched right at a beginner. The depth shifts to reassuring you that you don't need programming skills. That's the power of one line. The one thing still untamed is the format. Still long and emoji heavy. This is exactly what we'll fix next. Let's add the final piece. We will define how the output should look. You are an experienced AI educator speaking to a non-technical audience. Explain what prompt engineering is. Use plain language in 10 short sentences. And there it is, the payoff. We added how. Plain language in 10 short sentences. And the model delivered exactly that. Count them, 10 clean, uniform sentences. The emojis, the headers, the sprawl, all gone. The tone is calm and confident. The vocabulary stays plain the whole way through, and every sentence is short and parallel, easy to read or even narrate out loud. One honest trade-off, those rich before and after examples got trimmed to hit the length. So we gained focus and gave up a little illustration. But look how far we've come, from a sprawling guess to a tight, on-target answer, just by naming who, what, and how. That's prompt engineering, and you can do this with everything you ask. We provided the 3 key elements. Who should the agent be? What do you want to do? How should the output look? We guided the agent to deliver exactly the kind of explanation we needed. The agent adopted the educator role, kept it simple, and stuck to the length we set. This is the power of a well-crafted prompt. If you're enjoying this, please like and subscribe so the next video finds you. Now let's keep going.
Research/analysis task. Example 2. Who should the agent be? You are a business analyst. What do you want to do? Summarize the key benefits of using AI agents in enterprises. How should the output look? Return 10 concise bullet points suitable for a slide. The agent understands how to think, what to focus on, and how to produce the expected output format.
Next, let's try a research-style task. We'll start with a basic prompt again. We will tell the agent what we want to do by clearly stating the task. Summarize the key benefits of using AI agents in enterprises. Same starting move, brand new topic. With only the what, the model handed us a thorough research dump. 10 benefits, each with supporting points and inline citations. The tone is professional and report-like, and vocabulary leans corporate. Orchestrate workflows, digital workers, time to value. It's deep, honestly exhaustive, built on long nested bullets, but it's also dense and cluttered, with those citation tags jammed right into the sentences. There are almost no concrete examples, just broad claims, and crucially no defined audience or format. So it reads like a generic report aimed at no one in particular. The model even offers to make it slide ready, which tells you it knows it isn't there yet. Let's fix that. Let's improve it by specifying the agent's role. You are a business analyst. Summarize the key benefits of using AI agents in enterprises. Now that we add the role, business analyst, the whole thing reorganizes itself. It's no longer a flat list. Every benefit now ties to a business impact, grouped into operational, financial, and strategic layers, and capped with an executive summary table and bottom line. The tone turns consultative and confident, and the vocabulary sharpens to boardroom language. ROI, cost to serve, time to market, even CRM and ERP. The structure gets noticeably more disciplined. Each point follows the same clean pattern. It's still deep, but now it's deep with a purpose, aimed squarely at a decision maker instead of a general reader. The one holdout? It's still long, and those citations are still hanging around. One more ingredient fixes that. Now we add the final element. We will define how the output should look along with the style by telling the agent to provide 10 bullet points suitable for a slide. You are a business analyst. Summarize the key benefits of using AI agents in enterprises. Return 10 concise bullet points suitable for a slide. Now we have something that is usable for a presentation. We asked for 10 concise bullets for a slide, and that's exactly what we get. 10 tight parallel lines, each a bold benefit, followed by a one-line explanation. The voice goes punchy and presentation ready. All that scaffolding from before, the nested subpoints, the business impact callouts, the exec table, all gone. Now it's compressed into something you could drop straight onto a deck. The analyst's vocabulary stays. Efficiency, ROI, scale, competitive advantage. Now it's distilled, and the long examples fall away, exactly as you'd want for a slide. The trade-off is honest. We swapped depth for scannability. One real-world note, the model still left a couple of citation tags clinging on, so you'll always give it a quick proofread. But from a cluttered research dump to boardroom-ready slide, just by naming who, what, and how, that's the workflow. We provided 3 key elements. Who should the agent be? What do you want to do? How should the agent look? By clearly specifying the audience, format, and delivery style, the prompt transforms a dense, detailed output into a concise, presentation-ready slide that prioritizes clarity and executive impact over depth.
Agentic/action-oriented task. Example 3. Who should the agent be? You are an autonomous AI agent helping prepare a presentation. What do you want to do? Create talking points that explain why strong prompts matter for an agent's behavior. How should the output look? Keep it under 100 words, conversational and motivating. This prompt guides behavior, tone, and scope, which is critical for effective performance.
For a final demo, let's do a more action-oriented task. We want the AI to help us create content for a presentation. Here's a simple version first. Create talking points that explain why strong prompts matter for an agent's behavior. As we see, the same pattern continues to hold. We asked for talking points, just a what, and the model gave us a full reference document, 10 points, each with sub-bullets, some nested 3 levels deep, plus citations and bonus takeaway slide. The tone is competent but impersonal, like a manual. The vocabulary gets technical with wording like system prompts, the new coding. The depth is enormous, far more than a talking points implies. There is, however, a nice before and after example tucked in. Here's the irony. These are talking points you couldn't actually say out loud. There's no length, no voice, no persona. So it's thorough and aimed at no one. Watch what the next two ingredients do. Let's improve it by specifying the agent's role. You are an autonomous AI agent helping prepare a presentation. Create talking points explaining why strong prompts matter for an agent's behavior. The answer gets presentation smart. Now everything's grouped into themes. Every single one ends with a punchy key message, exactly the one-liner a speaker actually wants. The tone turns persuasive and energetic. The vocabulary reframes around the agent's angle, control system, production ready, behavior over time. These are ideas that weren't even in the first version. The examples level up too, a sharp before and after, and a sticky analogy. The model is the skills. The prompt is the instructions. It's clearly aimed at you, the presenter now. The only thing it still ignores, we ask for talking points, and this is still way too long to say out loud. Time for the final ingredient. Now, we add the final element. We will define how the output should look by keeping it under 100 words total and setting a style as conversational and motivating. You are an autonomous AI agent helping prepare a presentation. Create talking points that explain why strong prompts matter for an agent's behavior. Keep it under 100 words, conversational, and motivating. And there's our finish line. Honestly, the biggest leap of all three. Remember that sprawling reference manual? It just became this. One clean paragraph. Under 100 words that you could read straight off the screen. The tone is warm and genuinely motivational. Talking right to you, your agent, your goals. The vocabulary is plain and energizing. It keeps the single stickiest metaphor, prompts as your control panel, and drops everything else. The nesting, the citations, the 8 themes, all gone, distilled into one idea you can actually feel. That's the whole lesson in one shot. Name who, what, and how, and you go from a data dump to something that lands. Same model every time, just a better built prompt. Now, go build yours. We just showed how much control you have with a well-written prompt by adding 3 key elements. Who should the agent be? What do you want to do? How should the output look? The AI didn't guess. It acted with intent. It was outcome-focused, delivered real results. You're not just asking questions anymore. You're directing behavior. You're making the AI work for you. That's why prompt engineering matters, because the power is in your hands. And the best part, anyone can learn this. No coding required. You just saw it work.
Summary. Prompts serve as ongoing guidance, shaping an agent's reasoning and behavior across tasks. Prompts define who an agent is, what a successful outcome looks like, and how results should be delivered. This was just the introduction to prompt engineering. As this series continues, we will build on these fundamentals.
Thank you for spending time with us. Like and subscribe. Stay sharp, stay Azurite. See you in the next one.